Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Survive Escape from Atlantis, and it is designed by Julian Courtland-Smith and published by Stronghold Games. This is the 30th edition, anniversary edition. This is about maybe a year or two old, but this is a fantastic remake of a fantastic game. You know, I've been meaning to do this video for a while, and I haven't gotten around to it, but when I was making Liftoff, Get Me Off This Planet, it was quite often described to me by people who played Survive and felt like Liftoff was a lot like Survive. And actually at the time, I hadn't played it, and it sounded right, and everyone was like, well, in Survive, you're trying to get off an island to save yourself, and it's sort of competitive, and there you can get on ships together. And I was like, oh, in Liftoff, you're trying to save yourself, it's competitive, you're trying to get off the planet. These games are nothing alike. I mean, they both have a similar Survive theme, and I guess you're moving out from the center out, but Survive Escape from Atlantis, and they both have actually, I mean, I guess they both have sort of simple movement, but Survive Escape from Atlantis, which again is awesome, and really is a great throwback play to simpler days of board games. This is a take that game. Like, the core fun, the basis of this game is killing other players, or eating other players, or drowning other players. Like, that's what you do. That's the gameplay. And it is mean-spirited. In the best way, in a fun way, in a cute way. But it's really mean-spirited. Liftoff has some of those elements, and you can sort of thwart people and get in the way, but it's not as viscerally mean as this game is. And again, it's not a problem at all. It's just interesting how different the play experience is so different. So in Survive, you play as one of the colors, and you have a bunch of dudes, and actually the dudes are not all worth the same. Dudes are worth different. And you have this board. It's much larger. I'm not pulling it all out, but basically you can see here, it creates a little hex board in the center. And this edition's great because the sand is not as thick as the stone, and everyone's going to go around placing their dudes on this island, and you as the player is the only person who knows what their value is. They all look the same, and everyone is going to place along the island. All the tiles are going to have a dude on them. Then there are a couple sea monsters here, and there's a couple boats that get placed initially, and then there's whales and sharks, but you don't see them immediately. And basically, the way this game works is people start moving, but before they do, the island's sort of disappearing. So you flip over a tile. Tiles can be action cards, which are red, or event cards, which are green. It's sort of weird because the reds are the ones you want because they let you do things. So green ones are either like something good, like a ship appears, or something bad, like a shark eats you. So you start flipping over tiles, and as you walk, and you can get, swimming in the water, you can only move one spot per turn. Each turn you're going to get 3 actions. You can move 1. If you get on a boat, you can move 2. Now, multiple people can get on a boat from different teams. The player with the majority drives. And you're really just drafting so maybe you're not going to get killed. It's not really as robust as, say, in Liftoff. But, you can jump on other people's boats, and that's part of the strategy. So the water's getting filled with whales and sharks, and then at the end of everyone's turn, they roll a die. And their die lets them be the bad guy. It's the red die. I'm going to roll the die, and I can move the sea monster, or I can move the shark. Shark gets to anyone who's in the water, stranded or swimming, he eats them. They're dead. They're gone. If there's a boat, and the boat, the shark can't eat you on a boat, but if the whale comes by, destroys the boat, and then everyone who was in the boat is stuck in the water, and then the shark can eat him. The sea monster can do both, kill the boat and the dudes. And there's an expansion with a giant squid, and the giant squid can grab dudes from boats and eat them, or grab dudes from land. So, and that's not part of the set, but so basically the way this game plays is you're slowly trying to survive. I mean, the theme is perfect. You're slowly trying to survive, and on the way, everyone is trying to stop you by eating you, basically. And it's great. You can't play this. There's no version of this game where, in my opinion, I'm sure somebody would say there is, but where like you aren't doing that. The core mechanic here is you're moving, and as you're doing, you're flipping over, nasties, and then as a player, you're driving the nasties around and using your action cards to move the nasties to block and hit other players. Otherwise, it would just sort of be a walk. There is strategy, or not strategy might be there is tactics. There is, where is my dude going to stand? Who's the important one? What kind of misdirection do I use? How do I, sort of get somebody to attack somebody else? It's got all of that in spades, and it's so great because it's so simple. It feels like a 30-year-old game in a really, really modern box, which is great. But a simpler time with meaner people, I guess. Anyway, highly recommended. I recommend Liftoff too, but they are different, and definitely enjoy this game, and this version is just awesome. This is an awesome version. So subscribe, share all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.